Well, I'm back where Dame and I left off last time. A small old cellar hole where that 1780 half real and several other really great relics came from. I am right on the edge of the footprint where the house sat, next to the cellar hole. As you can hear, it's really quiet. Not much nail iron chatter in the ground. The thing is, with a site like this, they probably were not here long, and it's been logged twice, so it doesn't take much figuring out when you look around. But we're back, and we're going to see what we can find today. Huh. Half a tomback. You know it's tomback when it's broken like that, because although its surface is resilient through the years, it is still a brittle metal. But that's great. Well, we may have a bit more. Oh, nice. The other half. Well, that's a good start. And the thing is, when they log places, especially if they land, they do their logging stuff around a home site because it was probably decent ground, things get shifted, compacted, and that's why it's so quiet. So the first time around was, probably early 1900s. When they came back through 15, 20 years ago, they did a selective cut. So they didn't cut everything, but they did go right around here. It is what it is. Just glad for this big permission. There are still places to be found out here. And things. I stand up from here, turn around. That's good. At least with quiet ground, we just swing over something. You know it's there. Oh. An oxen shoe. And this is why I'm using the small coil today. Not to pick through the iron, because there isn't barely any, but to get into these places. Like playing Operation. Big nail. Oh, nice. Wow, that had a bit of grunt to it too. But it's a musket ball. And I am inside the footprint of the house. There we go. A good find. That's a good maybe. still working the footprint. Yes. Oh, it's a copper. I thought it was a dandy at first. Nice. That slick copper I dug was actually right over there. Still didn't figure out what it was. It was pretty wiped. And that's not so hot. And we might see something on this side. Dry it out for a few. It's kind of like a Polaroid. We have to wait for it to start to appear. Get that dirt and stuff to dry off so it just comes to dust. It's taking a bit, but I think it's a New Jersey copper. I can see what appears to look like the top of a head, a horse, I think it is, and the casa on this side. And then when I flip it, I think it says casaria or something like that, I can just make out pluribus, which would, with those two things, imply a Jersey copper. I really don't want to scrape this cake off, although it is coming off now. Actually, it is coming off pretty easy. Starting to see green. I've been sitting here for 10 minutes just wiping, cleaning. And now that cake is coming off and we're starting to see green. Alright, let me gently see if I can get that off. That's a Jersey copper. That's great. It's been a long time. Well, it took some time sitting and waiting, but there it is, the shield. New Jersey State, large cent, 1786 to 88, that range. Beautiful. And then the other side. Not too bad. I mean, shape-wise, irrelevant. As long as it's identifiable, wonderful. Just glad to have found it. Because it's thin here, thin and quiet, but obviously there's stuff in the thicket of the footprint. Well, that makes 3 coins from here. Well, that is a couple hours with the small coil. And now we'll give it a go with medium-sized coil for a bit. I'm going to see if getting outside of the footprint, if there's, well, obviously anything out there, but if there's any ground that's not so, that's shifted and looking like a pinball machine. Well, a little bit long time later. I just went all out around the edges. Nothing. Came back to the footprint and dragged that pine limb away from here. There's something. So I came back over. I think I moved some brush. First one I moved. Signal. And it's under that rock. That's all roots too. Lovely. Oh. Huh. Oh, it's as thick as a coin. But it might have a shank on the back. Or it's a draw pull knob. Oh. What did that ring up? 69. Yeah, if that's a button, that is the thickest button I have ever seen. Let's give it a scraping. Let's see if there's anything on it. Now it's starting to look like tomback. That's even more bizarre. Well, it is. It's a tomback button. And it is, without a doubt, the thickest one I have ever seen. It's like a large cent. That's pretty awesome, huh? Jeez. Well, good thing I moved some brush. I think that's what I'm going to have to do for the remainder of the time, because that was hiding under there. Nice, another beautiful move. I just moved my backpack from beside that little tree branch sticking up. Always check under the bag. It's funny, I put it in the same spot last time. I just figured with that thing sticking up, I wouldn't be swinging around it anyways. Nice. Another button. Well, I like that routine. Move something, find something. Check all around where the bag was, because you can't get within a few feet of it anyways. This is where the bags were both days. Away she goes. Apparently it's out. Oh, wow. It is, look at this, this is cool. It's a folded, rolled button with the shank still sticking out. Looks like a little handbag or purse or something. I like finding them like that. That has a story we'll never know. It's remarkable. I have spent 4 hours here. Everything has come out of the footprint with the exception of that first button. And it's just been nitpicking. I mean, I'm right where those last two were. And I've swung over this, you know, many times. The stuff is not jumping out. It's kind of different. You really gotta go slow just to lock onto something. Oh, it's a cuff link. Nice. It is a small one. Probably why I missed it so many times, but we got it. And it's not like the stuff has been super deep, but just even getting rid of this stuff out of the way, you know, that little bit makes a difference, obviously, because I'm working the same spot and I just keep pushing it aside and then finding things. Oh, beautiful. And we're going to end with that, because it's been 4 hours and that is really cool. And again, right inside the living space, which I've been working, so just kicking brush and leaves. There is the shaped side of a very small shoe buckle. Beautiful. Good way to end 4 hours. And there's still a lot of space outside of where we are that needs to be checked and explored. We've been putting this off for a long time. So I think we'll give this one a break because it's not been easy. We can get to it anytime. Let the vegetation die down. But I think there's more out there. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.